Hey vinyl community, for this video I am going to be showing 5 essential debut albums that you need as part of your collection. I am not going to say these are the top 5 debut albums of all time. Anytime I try to rank albums, I take crap for it in the comment section. People disagree. They say, how could you have left out this album? So let's just call this video 5 essential debut albums by artists and albums that you definitely need as part of your collection, and you may already have. So the first debut album I'm going to be discussing is the first album by Yes. Yes, obviously, were one of the greatest progressive rock bands of all time. You've got John Anderson here, Chris Squire, Steve Howe, Keith Emerson, and you've got Bill Bruford, I think, sitting down right there. But they were an excellent, obviously, progressive rock band. And this album is as strong as it gets. You've got Yours Is No Disgrace, Starship Trooper, which might be my favorite Yes album of all time. I've Seen All Good People. I mean, these were all radio staples, FM radio staples back in the 70s. And even into the early 80s, I remember still hearing these songs on the radio. Perpetual Change is a fantastic track. So if you're interested in getting into Yes, this is definitely one to have. This is probably one of their strongest albums of their early period. But what a great way to, open up their career with this one. The next album I'm going to show is by 80s power ballad hard rock band Heart. They had a hit off this album from What About Love, These Dreams, Never, If Looks Could Kill. Definitely, I remember in high school hearing like at least 4 tracks off this album on the radio. They were definitely kind of part of that early hair band, heavy rock kind of explosion in the mid 80s, but really strong debut. You've got Ann and Nancy Wilson, who were Brian Wilson's daughters, and they formed this group. I don't know who the other guys are. They were the main chief singer-songwriters on here, but just a really strong debut. They had another, Bad Animals was the album that followed this, and then I think Brigade, and then I think they're still around doing, putting out CDs here and there, but I don't think it ever got any better than this for Heart. Next debut album I want to show is by 70s powerhouse Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac formed in the mid-70s. You've got Mick Fleetwood right here, who is the Fleetwood in the band's name. You've got Christine McVie, who is the Mac, Fleetwood Mac, Mick Fleetwood, Christine Mac V. That's how they got their name. You got Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, who were also fantastic songwriters. That was the thing. This album boasted so many great singers and songwriters. Christine Mac V, Stevie Nicks, and Lindsey Buckingham were all just solid singers and songwriters. And that's why this album and the follow-up Rumors were so fantastic, because you had all that great talent in this band. So this has got Monday Morning on it. Warm Ways is a cool kind of gentle ballad. Rhiannon from Stevie Nicks. Over My Head, another Christine McVie, great Christine McVie track. Say You Love Me, Landslide. I mean, this is almost as strong as Rumors. Not quite, but what a great 1-2 punch right out of the gate from Fleetwood Mac. Next album I want to show is Journey's debut album. This was called Infinity, and again, this was all over the radio in the 70s. You could not get away from it. It's got Wheel in the Sky, Anytime on here. Feeling That Way is great. So many fantastic songs on here. Patiently is a great track, but you've got Neil Sean, Steve Perry, Ross Valerie, Greg Rowley, who used to be in Santana's band, and Ainsley Dunsbar, who I don't think was around. I think this was the only album he was on with Journey. But anyway, just a great debut. And there were even better things to come from Journey, believe it or not. And then the last album that you need, last debut album you need as part of your collection is going to be Whitesnake's debut album self-titled debut album from 1987. They were part of that same hair band genre that Heart was a part of, but what a strong, strong debut. You've got Still of the Night, which reminds me a lot of Led Zeppelin. Is This Love, which was a great power ballad off this album, but Crying in the Rain is a great track. Bad Boys, Whitesnake, obviously, it was David Coverdale, and I think Yngwie Malmsteen, or I forget who else was on here. Stevie Vai, somebody, a great guitarist, was part of this album. But I have memories of all these albums. I remember in 1987, I think it was the Christmas of 1987, everybody owning this cassette. It was, I think, one of the hottest albums of that year, but a great one you should check out, particularly if you're into hard rock or heavy metal, hair metal. But great start off to their career, and maybe the place that you want to start if you're interested in getting into Whitesnake. I think they had a few albums after this one. Slip of the Tongue, I think, was their second album. And I think they've released albums sporadically since then. David Coverdale went on to form Coverdale Page with Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. But anyway, just a quick video to show some great debut albums that maybe you want to consider adding to your collection if they're not already a part of it. So hope you're having a great day, and take care.